Announcements, January 6, 2023 is Martin Luther King Day, no school. January 16th through 20th, the Diversity Recruitment and Retention Committee District-Wide Unity Week. Thank you, Mrs. Gentry Fletcher, for sharing some of the information about that. February 2nd, 2023, board meeting right here in the Catherine D. Milligan room at 6:30. Board member comments. Mrs. Gundrum.
I'd like to start off saying Happy New Year. So glad to see everybody again. Thank you, Ms. Gentry Fletcher and Mr. Smith and Mrs. Lane for the lovely presentation at the beginning of the meeting, and very excited that Mr. Smith has agreed to a contract extension. I know I've said this before to you, but I can't imagine trusting this district to anybody else as much as I trust you with it. So thank you. And lastly, I want to mention that I saw on the Township Police Department's Facebook page that they are doing a New Year clothing drive in conjunction with the district. It's going to be on January 28th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Fairfield Township Police Department, and they are looking for new and gently used clothing and school supplies. So January 28th, 1 to 4 at the Township Police Department. Thank you.
Well, to piggyback that, Mrs. Gentry Fletcher had sent us something about Rethreads suffering a loss.
Yeah.
And then did they lose their inventory as well?
They lost children's clothing, so they have reassessed, and I'm going to send something out later tonight, just saying that the opening is still on, but they will only be giving out adult clothing. So they hope to have children's clothing back up and running in April for their next open house.
Okay. All right, thank you for that update. Ms. Birding.
I also would like to tell everybody Happy New Year. I'm excited to be back for another calendar year. I also full 100% am super happy to have you extend your contract. Once again, nobody else I could trust as much as we put our trust in you. You do a great job, and I'm excited to continue to work with you. And I just want to say I was so impressed with one of our students publishing a book before they've even graduated. I cannot even fathom the amount of work that she put into not only writing, but then researching and figuring out how to publish. I have friends who were 30 and still trying to figure out how to publish, so it's so impressive to me that one of our students is really achieving out there, and I'm probably going to go out and purchase one and kind of get an inside look of, our students' struggles today, so I'm excited.
Thank you, very well put. Yep. Mrs. Shorter.
I'd also like to echo the same sentiments of my fellow board members. Thank you so much, Billy, for your devotion to the school district. You're awesome. You're in a class by yourself. And we are so grateful that you're going to be with us for a while to come. So congratulations. Thank you, Mrs. Fletcher. It is so sweet when we get those board recognitions. That just lifts my spirits. And I'm so appreciative of that. And all the board members are, but thank you so much for doing that. It makes us feel good. Also, Helena, I think her name was Helena Borden.
Yes.
Very, very impressive. I'm going to have to get her book as well. I've got your email address written down, Helena, so we'll take care of that. Thank you so much, Mrs. Ogg. Thanks a ton for the update for our course of studies, and of course, our update on the school-based health center. All of those things are great things that we're doing in the district, and it's good to hear about it. So also, Happy New Year. Glad to be back for another year.
Thank you, Mrs. Shorter. Helena, you really blew me away. Thank you so much for coming and sharing that. I hope you found it cathartic, and I'm sure others will find it very helpful as well. So that's a wonderful thing to do. Mrs. Shorter, you said Mr. Smith's in a class of his own, and he really literally is now. He's now the longest-serving tenure
That's right.
in Butler County. That's out of 10 districts plus Butler Tech. And you've been in your role for 6 full years. I guess we're going into your 7th year.
Yeah, that's correct.
And we couldn't be more pleased to retain you for another 5 years, and I hope you stay here all 5 of them and then some.
As do I. Thank you so much. This is my dream. I'm literally living my dream, so
Well, that's
thank
right.
you.
That's right. That's Billy's all Fairfield all the time.
That's right. Absolutely.
And that creates a culture that permeates administration, the teaching staff, the entire district. So, thank you. We're well pleased with your efforts.
Thank you.
I think that's all I have. And next, we will recess to executive session to discuss the employment and discipline of public employees, 121.22G1, court action 121.22G3, pending or imminent litigation. Motion to convene to executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Gundrum, Ms. Birding, Mrs. Lane, call the roll.
Mrs. Gundrum?
Yes.
Mrs. Shorter?
Yes.
Ms. Birding?
Yes.
Mr. Begley?
Yes. We will convene to executive session at 7:20. Thank you.